Hello everyone, thank you for joining my printing tip video. I'm Tess from the Arty Crafty Place and I wanted to share some tips with you on printing your own napkins this Christmas. Now this is something that I've been doing for years, to print a set of Christmas napkins for my table. It's really special and it really kind of brings excitement to the day, especially if you've handmade them. It just adds a lot of joy to Christmas. So I wanted to share with you some kind of do's and don'ts and some top tips when you're printing your own Christmas napkins. Now, one thing I always share with guests on workshops is you do want to think about how you're going to fold or roll your napkin. For example, I've printed this really beautiful wreath napkin, but if I was to fold this for my Christmas table, I'm probably going to fold it like this. And then actually, you're going to miss half the design, so you really can't see the full effect. And actually, it's really nice that when you've laid all your table up, you can see your printed napkin really clearly. So you do want to think about how you're going to fold or roll your napkin. So that's a really good tip to keep in mind. And something that's been really popular on workshops recently with guests coming in to print Christmas items is just a set of really simple napkins. So something that's been really popular is just printing one design in the corner of the napkin, and that's all that guests have been doing. So you've got a set, maybe using the same design or different designs, but it just keeps it really simple and very classic and classy. You're not printing for ages, it's not taking you hours. So that's something to bear in mind. So I'm going to show you how to do this today. One thing I did do last year was I personalised my napkins. So all of the guests that were coming, I put a little initial on the corner of the napkin, and that was on everyone's place. So it kind of worked as a name tag. And that was really lovely. But I have realised this year I'm stuck with a couple of napkins that don't match the guests that are coming this year, as they're different. So if you do personalised napkins, make sure you're having the same people next Christmas, or give your guests the napkin to take home with them, and it's something that they can keep and reuse themselves. You just don't want it going to waste, so bear that in mind. But packaging up a set of napkins is a really nice gift to give as well this Christmas. So that might be something you'd like to do with your set of printed napkins. I'm using our 45 by 45 centimetre large foam mat. That fits my cotton napkin on perfectly, so that's really helpful. So if you've got one of those at home, make sure you use that. And a tip that I always like to give when I'm printing napkins is I always masking tape around all four sides of the napkin, just over the hemmed edge. That keeps the napkin still when you're printing it and also keeps you with a nice clean edge. So I'm just going to masking tape this up and then we'll get printing. So as you can see, I've masking taped the edge of my napkin, and that's a really good tip as well. If any of your prints are going off the edge of your fabric, that's going to catch any paint, and I really like having a nice clean hemmed edge. So that's a very good tip for kind of any item you're block printing. Now I'm going to carry on with my set of simple napkins and just print the design in all four corners. So I'm going to print one in each corner facing inwards, and then whichever way I fold my napkin, you're still going to be able to see the print really clearly. So I'm using a nice olive green, which works as a really good Christmas green, perfect for Christmas trees, and a nice red. And like always, I'm using my fabric paint as I'm printing onto fabric. So I'm going to get my dabber nice and inked up, and then I'm going to tap the green all on the bottom of my Christmas tree, and then I'm going to do a nice bright red star, making sure I'm not being too precise when I'm getting up to the star. You always want to make sure you're getting enough paint on your block. And then I'm going to print the star in red. So we're going to first start with one corner. Get that lined up, give it a nice wiggle. And this just keeps your napkin really simple, but actually looks really good, really effective. And it means that you could do a set of matching napkins, or you could do all of the napkins at the Christmas table different, which does make it really exciting and it gives a very nice festive feel to your Christmas table. So I'm going to print all 4 sides and I'll show you where I get to. And there we have it. I printed all 4 corners of my napkin with our lovely pine holly tree, and that has finished my Christmas napkins. I'm not going to add anything else to that. I'm going to keep it really nice and simple. And you can see that when I fold this, ready to go on the Christmas table, whichever way I fold it, you're going to get that lovely print in the corner. So it's always going to look really nice, which is definitely something you want to bear in mind. So there we have it, a set of 4 simple printed Christmas napkins. So hopefully that's given you some ideas for your own napkins this Christmas. I hope you'll have a go and try printing some yourself. Thanks very much for watching.